Hello again. This video is a voiceover. I already recorded this footage, so I'm just recording over it to explain what I'm doing and so on. So we're going to hop into the first match in a moment, but I am currently using the Oculus module. So I built it. It's supposed to mitigate a portion of incoming damage. It doesn't mitigate a lot of damage. So I was kind of disappointed in that. But I figured it might work well on a hit and run build like this. This build is designed to be able to run in fast, quickly lock on someone, fire the rockets, then cloak up and run away, or just run away. So my hope is that it will work here. The module can absorb 1,200 damage, and then it will no longer, or mitigate 1,200 damage, and then it runs out of damage mitigation, and you start to receive normal damage. Then you have to... Hold on, I'm currently just running away from this guy. Okay. Yeah, I get distracted watching my own gameplay. Okay, so where was I? It mitigates a portion of the damage, and then if you stop receiving damage for around, 3 seconds, it will reset and be able to absorb another 100 or 1,200 damage. So my goal with this build was that if you've watched some of my videos before, you've already seen this build. So I just took off the radar and put on the Oculus in the hopes that I can mitigate some damage and then run away. So, yeah. I'm currently flanking around the side to see if I can find anyone, because opponents oftentimes come down this way on this map. But at least one person went to the base. So he has Oculus, which is a direct counter to cannons, explosive weapons, missiles, anything in any explosive weapons, other than I think landmines. I think landmines are the only thing that the Oculus does not have an effect on. But Retchers, hurricanes, all of those. Now, he used the Oculus again, so I scope in to watch till the blue circle that appears when you activate the circle, the Oculus, dissipates, because that means the Oculus expired, and I can shoot at him again. Now, we are playing Leviathan mode, so probably this wasn't the best idea. It would have probably been better for me to go look for the Leviathan at this time, but yeah. A tall build like that is fairly fun to just walk up behind and fire at. Now at this point I am looking for the Leviathan. He is currently back there. Now, I can't see the video as well as any of you guys on full screen can, so I don't actually remember what Leviathan this was. I did miss there because he went into stealth. So, the problem I have with the Oculus modules is the amount of damage they mitigate is not enough compared to the amount of weapons that can counter it. If you're running away from a shotgun build, and he hits you with a few blasts from a good range away, he might not deal enough damage to break the Oculus's damage mitigation. However, most shotgun builds are fast, so likely you're not actually going to be getting away. However, every time they reload, it's normally more than 3 seconds, so the Omamori is probably going to be reset and ready to absorb a bit more damage. However, most cannon builds, most cannons deal more than more than the damage that is mitigated by this module. Most cannons. The rare cannons don't. But if you're running rare cannons, you're probably not going to have an Oculus unless you decided to make a low power score build, which I may actually try in the future. I think I will. I'll try running a low power score build, which will put me in against lower power score or opponents who will be running weapons that will generally not often not break the Oculus's damage mitigation. Or why do I keep calling it Oculus? Omamori's damage mitigation as frequently. However, other than rare weapons, most cannons are going to be able to break the Oculus's Omamori's damage mitigation with a singular shot. Which means if they're running 2 cannons, one of them is going to break the have a portion of its damage mitigated, and the other one is going to do full damage. Homing rockets, same deal, and most weapons, same deal. Machine guns continuously deal damage, so the first few shots from a machine gun will likely be mitigated, but after maybe 3 shots, you're going to, maybe 3 shots from an aspect, I think they do around 300 to 400 damage per shot, maybe it's 200, depends on what level you have them. I know they can do a lot. So maybe 3 shots from a aspect, 4 shots from a specter, maybe 5 shots, or potentially more, no, probably more than 5 shots from an arbiter. Probably around 8. I saw somebody with level 75 arbiters, and they were doing around 209 damage per shot, so at least 8 arbiter shots, but considering how fast the arbiter fires, that's not going to make much of a difference. So, my point being that the Omamori, it does not mitigate as much damage as I thought. I think it may actually need a buff for how much damage it absorbs. I'm not sure. It may be that the, I have to check, but I think it's possible that upgrading the Omamori will allow it to absorb more damage, and if that's the case, well, then I'd want to know how much first, but it may end up being that it's actually, just bad at level 1, and leveling it up makes it actually pretty good. So, I'll check on that, and I'll probably leave a comment or a explanation in the description about if it does or not. If upgrading it increases the amount of damage it can absorb, or diminish, or whatever it is. It does say something about absorbing damage after the limit of mitigated damage has been received, but I'm not entirely sure. It may just be broken if what I've read is to be understood correctly, or if I understood correctly what I read. after it, the module, after it mitigates the damage, the 1,200 damage, it will then it will then transfer any more incoming damage to itself. But it doesn't seem to be doing that. So I may have misread something, something may have been mistyped, or it may just be broken and not functioning properly. Because my thought was, so it mitigates a portion of damage, and then after that, if more damage comes in, it then gets destroyed because it's using its own durability to mitigate the rest of the damage, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So I will read it again, and I will also look into upgrading it and see if that raises the amount of damage it can mitigate or absorb or block, because it says it absorbs the damage, but it's really blocking it, not absorbing it. 85% of the damage anyways, or 80%. Hold on, I don't remember the exact numbers, but yeah. So we lose this match, but I don't need to win all the want to win all the time. Anyhow, so yeah, the Omamori didn't work as well as I had hoped, but it may be better than I give it credit for. I will check, and I'll let you guys know. Yeah. Well, hope you enjoyed. I will talk to you next time, or next video. Bye.